Hello everyone! Roxas here, coming you to episode number 33 of our Pokémon Insurgence Let's Play. On the last episode, we explored this whole Uchiha town, and in the end we had a battle with our rival, Nora. We haven't battled her in a while, and I thought we did decently okay. Actually, against our rivals, we actually do really good. Not as hard of battles as the gym leaders. But yeah, on today's episode we're gonna go explore the library because I think something's gonna happen there. And before we start exploring, we have yet to read the entry for Delta Lombre. I think it was down. Yeah, I think it is down here somewhere, hopefully. Below PG. Here it is. Lombre, the wizard Pokemon. From morning until night, it trains and practices its magic. During the evening, it puts on magic shows for large crowds. Okay, so he's a performer, actually. Lombre, to evolve him into a Ludicolo, you need a certain stone. I don't know if in this game it's gonna be the same. Maybe we need a water stone. But first, let's let him learn some moves first, as I'm doing with Isabelle. I still don't know what you think about me having the ability capsule. No one has commented on that episode, but yeah. If you haven't seen that, I got an ability capsule, so I gave you like the option of me using the ability capsule on Isabelle, or going back to the first route to get a Nidoran that has actually poison point, so that we actually don't waste the ability capsule. But yeah, other than that, that's the only thing I wanted to say. So let's start visiting the library. Why the sound of this thing? I don't like this guy. He seems sketchy. Welcome to Uchiha Town Library. I'm Zachary, the librarian here. I've made it my goal in life to instill the love and joy of reading in young kids. If you need help, let me know. What are those? Okay. It's a play called The Taming of Sandshrew. It's a book called The Legends of Sinnoh. It's a book called Trick Room or for Dummies by London. Okay. It's a book called Professor's Note. Would you like to read it? Why not? Many Pokemon professors, scientists who study Pokemon as a profession, will fade into mediocrity. What? However, the names of some professors have withstood the tests of time. Professor Oak for key input into the development of the first Pokédex, and the training of arguably the strongest trainer of all time. Professor Elm for his discoveries about Pokemon breeding and extraordinary research. But last but not least, Professor Sycamore for his outstanding discoveries about Mega Evolution. Honorable mentions includes Professors Birch, Sylvan, Juniper, and Rowan. Interesting. That sounds like a paper I would I would turn in at school. This book isn't very interesting, maybe a different one. This book is called The Grapes of Polyrath. The grapes? I don't think that's the actual fruit, but I don't think I'm gonna want to read it. This book isn't very interesting. Maybe another one. This book isn't very interesting. Hold on. Okay, religious freedom in Torren. Would you like to read it? Yes. The Torren region prides itself on religious freedom for all its citizens. Unfortunately, this had led to several wars and conflicts, such as the Cold Plague around the nation. Steps are being implemented to change the laws around religious freedom. Propositions include restricting worship of legendaries or merely removing ability to bypass any laws due to religious beliefs. Okay. Not very interesting. It's a book called A Love in the Time of Charmander. Oh, I would like to read that. Very interesting. The Anatomy of a Dugtrio. Would you like to read it? Yes. Many experiments have been done in order to truly understand what goes on in Diglett and Dugtrio beneath the surface. Compiled below is a list of information known about the body parts of Diglett and Dugtrio below the ground. I'm reading up on famous users of electric-type Pokémon. It's super interesting. I've never heard of Lieutenant Surge before. He was the first! Come on. I'm reading this fascinating book about ancient Torren. Apparently it was created by Pokémon with 1,000 hands. What? That's creepy. Not interesting. It's a book called 100 Years of a Geodude. Okay. Not very interesting. The book called The Girl with the Dragonite Tattoo. I get that reference. It's a book called Pokémon Races. Would you like to read it? Yes. Pokémon Races have been an attractive tourist destination for Sonata City for many years. What's very interesting about the races is that the Pokémon speed does not seem to be factored into who wins the race. A Swallow is just as likely to win as an Electrode, which adds a very interesting betting and gambling component to the races. Okay. You're not really supposed to be talking when you're in here. It's a library after all. Lady. Good night, Lunatone. Not very interesting. American Psycho. Okay. Who was the first Pokémon trainer? Would you like to read it? Yes. Experts and historians often disagree as to who the very first Pokémon trainer was due to a difference in definitions. Some define a trainer as someone who uses Pokéballs to capture and train Pokémon, whereas some define it as someone who has any control of Pokémon at all. Most people agree that the very first person to train a Pokémon for use in combat was King Vesrin, who controlled a majority of the medieval world. However, some people don't believe the era of Pokémon trainers began until the common use of the Pokéball, of which Agatha of Kanto was the first major user. Okay, that King Vesrin, I think it's an important thing because that's the second time that we've heard his name, so we have to keep that in mind. And a nice shout out to Agatha. It's a book called Healing and You. It's full of information and equations to do with healing moves. Is that what the lady wanted? Can I take it? Okay, it's here. Hopefully I'm gonna remember. Okay, it's in the middle shelf on the second row. Okay. I got Swagger. Swagger and Attract are moves that are notoriously difficult to fight against due to the randomness aspect they add to battles. They are also known for being infuriating and frustrating to battle for the same reason. Recently, however, researchers have found that the colloquially known hacks in the Torren region has been far less prominent than usual. The reasoning for this is currently unknown. Yeah, right. I've been hit in my face several times in a row in battle when my Pokemon get confused in this game, so I don't know why I don't trust at this, but okay. Not very interesting. Arceus and Giratina. Arceus and Giratina are the names for the two most ancient Pokemon in cosmology. Ancient texts say that Arceus created Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. However, Giratina was displeased and revolted. His insurgency was quickly stamped down by the other three certain Pokemon, and He was banished to the Distortion World. This book isn't very interesting. Boxy Scandal. What? The Boxy Scandal was a term denoted to an incident many years ago in which a young gym leader Boxy of the Torren Region was accused of intentionally losing a Pokémon battle for money. Since then, in Azalea Town, the Azalea Town gym has been disbanded due to public backlash and a negative stigma. Is that actually a thing? I don't know. Defaulting our star use. The rarest Pokeballs. Poke, Great, and Ultra Balls are commonplace items for every Pokemon trainer. Certain types of Pokeballs, however, are sought after by all sorts of trainers. The Master Ball is a legend amongst trainers for its ability to catch any Pokemon without fail. The Ancient Ball is another rare form of Pokeball that works especially well on legendaries. Okay! There also exists the Infinity Ball, which not much is known about it, as one has never been replicated. Okay. The Very Hungry Caterpie. I'm the smartest one of them all. I've spent the years researching the strongest moves. Can you handle it? What move shall I teach then? Oh! Okay, so he's a move tutor? Bind, Snore, Covet, Superfang, Endeavor, Last Resort, Block, Roleplay, Astro Acid, Worry Seed. After you, Helping Hand, Swift, Endure, Double Edge, Baton Pass, Celebrate, Happy Hour, Hold the Hands, Hold the Back, Body Slam, Metronome, Mimic, Fake Out. Not something I would like. Maybe Fake Out at some point, but Oh, a shame, maybe another time then. If there was a better move, I would actually like that. Hold on! This guy is moving his face where I am not. His eyes are to the left, then he's centered, and then they're to the right if I'm at the left. That's so creepy! Or is it just me? No, his eyes actually move. He's watching us, or he's watching the other side of us. The same with this guy. That's so creepy! Okay. Okay, this happens again with these images. Yeah, the same. That's so creepy! I don't know if we have to do anything with that information. What a beautiful view of the outside world. Simply outstanding, incredible, wonderful. I may have been looking at too many theosauruses. That's Professor Elm and that's Professor Oak. That's funny. Why is this like this? The ones at the front didn't look like that. Oh my god, so many books. Okay, let's start then, I guess. From the beginning. This book isn't very interesting. Lord of the Flygons. Understand that, right, friends? Guide to giving your Pokemon a better home. By definitely not a Team Rocket member. Not very interesting. Dante's Infernape. The Lion, the Witch, and the War Turtle. Okay. Torren Potions cause Pokeros. Okay. Sandstorm Guide in competitive play. For whom the Beldam tolls. This looks important. Apparently it's not that important. Dr. Jellicent and Mr. Hydreigon. Okay. Guide to giving your Pokemon a better home, but definitely not another one. A Tale of a Mewtwo series. The Old Man and the Seadra. The Torren Region and its heroes. Do you know that Smeargle can learn the most moveset of any Pokemon? That's because it's the only one that learns sketch. Wow, I'm learning so many things today. I already knew that, but okay. A dance with the Dragonites. Actually, don't know if I'm supposed to find anything. We haven't seen Damien nor Nora. Tales of Vesren seems to be a fictional story about a young hero of the Vesren region. How interesting. She seems to be too focused on whatever is on her phone to pay you any mind. Okay. Aesop's Fables. Okay. One flew over the sparrow's nest. The picture of Dorian Gray Ninja. That's so funny. Okay, there's nothing much over here. Oh, there's another room. The door is locked. A sign in the door reads, "Abandoned wing, keep out!" Oh! No, I want to check the other side first. An abandoned wing. Nice find. Roxas says this might just be where the prophecy is stored. I agree, nobody knows the prophecy except for the cult leaders. It would have to be hidden somewhere most people wouldn't look. Hoo 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 hoo. Are you three going to the abandoned wing? May I ask what about it interests you? Oh, we're going to look for a very old book, sir. We're trainers, you see. We're trying to take down the cults, and we figured that one of the prophecy about them might be back here. I see, you'd be surprised at how many people have looked for that prophecy. Tourists. I'll let you in if you want. There's no prophecy back there, but there's that one glowing orb. An orb? What do you mean? That's right, it has been there since this library was built. It's the only one of many different odd and ends lying around in the wing. For whatever reason, people believe it has something to do with the prophecy, so they'll try to get it to react to them. I've already seen hundreds of people leave disappointed. Do you really want to waste your time? Well, we may as well try, right? Damien, for once in your life, you're right. Oh, Damien. Let us in, please. I promise we'll be quick. Fine, but we really need to be fast. I have a lot of things to do today. Alright, it's unlocked. The glowing orb is in the far end of the abandoned wing. I'll take you to go see it. Be careful though, there are both wild Pokémon and possibly even trainers back here. Let's go find out what the future holds. I'm gonna explore first the other side of the room, if you don't mind. Oh, those eyes creep me out. Okay, more busts of Elm and... Oh my god, so many books. The Secret Life of Combies. Oh! What is that? Oh, a team. Nice. New moon? What is that? Here it is. New moon. The sky darkens to night, increasing the power of dark and ghost type moves. Oh! So when we are in a really dark caves, the new moon is activated. Interesting. Now we have the team to activate it ourselves. Be careful with the books you find up here. Some of them contain dangerous or confidential information. This book talks about the Unovan language structure. The book is titled Adopt Anime and Why It Isn't As Bad As You Might Think. This floor of the library truly is filled with horrific books. This book contains information on how to summon Darkrai. Let's hope Persephone doesn't see this one. Okay. This upper floor is bizarre, but the books are just so darn interesting. This book seems to be filled with various cosmological horrors. Hey, there's a note inside this book. To whomever should find this book and read this note. This book is the product of years of research and countless experiments, conducted as a genetic engineer for the cult of perfection. Though I admittedly was originally only interested in testing the genetic limitations of various species of Pokémon, I can no longer sit by and observe the experiments conducted by this cult, which could scarcely be referred to as humane. Our leader insists that developing the perfect Pokémon is the key to our world reaching a so-called Golden Age. And perhaps he's right. But I'm certain that these methods for acquiring his goals are incorrect. The time that I had spent playing together with Pokémon as a child have continually reminded me that the feelings and bonds that humans and Pokémon share are not to be trifled with. Unfortunately, it is nigh impossible to articulate this point to my colleagues, whose decisions are only swayed by data and results. But the truth is, I have been carefully withholding information concerning my latest experiment, whose results will only reveal themselves after the Pokémon has moved on past its base stage. I want to create a Pokémon that will reward the trainer that raises it with love and care, with a truly spectacular display, one that reminds everyone who sees it that even as the world continues to change for the worse, there is still a hope for a better change. Just as the seasons change from winter to spring. Sadly, I know that this will be my life's last work, as I know that our leader will not be pleased that I have engaged in research that he will not no doubt consider to be a waste of his precious resources. However, with the destruction of our laboratory due to that abomination, there is no better time for me to escape with my research. I know that the cult of perfection will hunt me down eventually, and that I ultimately cannot see the results of my efforts come to fruition, which is where you, whoever is reading this, come into play. Take this book with you and seek out the Delta Pokémon that I allowed to escape. Use it to collect leaves from trees throughout the region as reminders of the journey that the two of you have experienced. Please give these Pokémon the care that I was unable to provide. Though I have no data to support my claims, I can assure you that you will not find your efforts wasted in the end. Book of Leaves. Okay! So we have to find a Delta Pokémon somewhere. Okay, maybe I need to look this up, because there's no way that I'm gonna randomly find it. Maybe. This book talks about the creation of Delta Pokémon through experimentation. Seems to be a lot more horrific than first thought. This book seems to be purring. On second thought, better not touch this one. This book seems to be about the worship of Giratina and discusses potential ways to free it. Lots of grisly rituals are described within. This book talks about deep sea Pokémon that the government has been hiding from the population. If the Abyssal Cult heard about this one... Okay. There's a lot of books here. This book seems to revolve around the backstories of some prominent ghost-type Pokémon, such as Chandelure, Drifloon, and Banette. This book is written entirely in Latin, wonder why. This book is completely blank except for the page which says Team Rocket was here. What degenerate is responsible for the... Oh, that was funny. Okay, this book is interesting. Okay, let's start from the end. Capturing the Raichu. This library is super interesting. So much of the information is useless, but it's all so cool. The Adventures of Suckleberry Finn. Okay. Rain Teams and You by Jaden. Team Building Basics by Eric. Video games. There are many popular video games in the world, but none so popular than the game Humans. It's loosely based off real life, but with the difference that of not having Pokemon in the world. It is commonly classified as an ultra horror or depressing game. And is most definitely not recommended to be played. Okay, calm down. Go play outside with your Pokemon instead. The rapid act of courage. That was funny. Okay, I can't read the ones that are covered, so let's continue. Not very interesting. Sky High Hoeing by Brendan. The Odyssey. Instead of Odyssey. I wonder how they managed to make that crystal float. Not very interesting. There's another door to the left. The Great Ghastly. Instead of the Great Gatsby. A Rumple in Time. A Wrinkle in Time. I'm looking for a book on how weather conditions affect battling. Did you know where the conditions are exclusive? Did you know there are conditions exclusive to the Torren Region? I'm hoping to become an expert on all of them. Okay. And let's look at these tiny shelves. Gia Town. Gia Town is a small town in the northwestern corner of the region. Notably, the first Ogre was also born in Gia Town, and before his disappearance, ran a Dark-type-themed gym before his disappearance. Guide to Baton Pass by Kyla. Where the wild Pokemon are. The Hitmontop's Guide to the Galaxy. New Moon Guide by Tobias. Or Tobias? Labras Shrugged. Fashion in Torren. Due to the variety of clothing available to purchase and people not wearing the same thing 24/7, fashion is a very big deal of many citizens of Torren. Popular trends at the moment include all purple get-ups, made popular by celebrities of the region, as well as a love for fedoras due to the speakers against xenocosmological beliefs. Intro to Entry Hazard by Cindy. Criticism of the second Ogre. The pages have been ripped out. Wow! Interesting. And if I go the other way, I think I'm gonna progress through stories, so I'm not gonna do that just yet. Grammar and the Punishment. I used to be a trainer before I became a librarian. Those days are long past, so you might find better use of these than I will. Ultra Balls! Nice! The Giving Trevenant. War and Pichu. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of not very interesting books here. The book called Lawrence of Abra. Okay. What is this? Just something, I guess. The Fighting Compendium is full of odd diagrams, graphs, and drawings to do with the fighting type. I guess I can't take it, but I know where they are now that I've read them, kind of. Manipulating the stock market and you. The stock market of the Torren region functions like the majority of stock markets. As the value of the company goes up, so does your share. It's technically illegal due to the small overall population of the region, but the market can be influenced slightly by purchases. Investing in Pokeballs before buying a lot of them is a very viable strategy. For whom the weapon belt holds. This book is loose. Pulling it caused something to happen. Oh! Okay. Okay, there aren't many books left to read, so I'm gonna read them right now. This book isn't very interesting. For whom the weapon belt holds. Hey Shush, we're not supposed to talk in here. Top secret Pokemon information. This information is super top secret. Certain Pokemon can have a rare quality to them. Recently discovered this quality can affect the strength of their moves, their defenses, and much more. Scientists have tentatively dubbed this quality a Pokemon's type. Keep in mind that this information is top secret. No, it's not. This book isn't very interesting. Try a different one. Living in the Snow by Yuki. Okay. So that I didn't read all books, let's see what's in here. Oh! What is that? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go get my catching up Pokemon. Hopefully it's not that strong. What happened to the music? Okay. No, the entrance was another door to the left. Wait, to the right, sorry. Let's go get my Magnemite. Dun, dun. Okay, whom do I leave? Move Pokemon. Magnus, come here. Wait, come here. And let's leave her steady for now. I don't think it's gonna be that useful. Maybe I should have left Julius now that I have the water type. Dimix. So maybe this is the Pokemon that the information, the book of the cult said, the one that was hidden. Let's see. Okay, let's put Magnus in front. Hopefully you're not that high level, because otherwise I don't have anything else for you. Well, I have False Swipe on. Badoo! Badoo? Bidoo. Level 10, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna Thunder Wave. He's at level 10. Disarming Voice. You look like a dark type, but you use a fairy move. Wow, the scene of this is actually really cool. We're actually at the library catching this thing. I think I'm not gonna risk it, and I'm gonna switch in Cleaver. And go for the False Swipe. It's super effective, but you're just level 10, so let's False Swipe. Excellent. Now, let's catch it. It looks really cool, if I'm honest. You're just level 10. I don't have Pokeball. Oh, I do have Pokeballs. I'm gonna use that Dust Ball because no, you're not dark enough to be in a Dust Ball. And it's just an Ultra Ball because it's kind of black and you're kind of black, so they match, kind of. Blop, 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 blip. Haha, Badoo has caught. Badoo. 9 experience! Oh my god. But instead I was added to the Pokédex. It is a Dark Fairy. Badoo, the Placket Pokemon, a Delta species discovered by Love for the Rocket Bros and Echo the Third. It hides itself from the sun during the day and stares longingly at the moon at night. Wow. The blanket Pokemon, Jesus Christ. It's a male. If you watch the anime of Pokemon, there's this rival that May has during the third generation with the Pokemon contest and all, and it was named Drew, so it's gonna be Drew the Badoo. I don't know why it's fitting. He also had a Roselia, not a Roserade, a Roselia, but it kinda matches, so... Wow, okay! I guess I'm gonna wrap up the episode right here. We visited this whole left side, and these creepy faces are really annoying me. So yeah, as I said, I'm gonna wrap up the episode right here. On the next one, I'm gonna go back and actually check Badoo's stats and check them with you actually on the next episode. And also, I want to leave Magnus in the box because something tells me, because of the background of the library, I think that we're gonna have battles. And also the guy said that there were trainers on the other side of the closed door. I don't know how the trainers got there, but okay. Who knows. But yeah, we're gonna explore that side, and I think that there's gonna be more story than just that. So today we're just discovered the secret door and Delta Badoo that he was actually cool, a dark fairy type. I don't think we have that. No, yeah, we have now. What's his name? Impidimp, and his whole evolutionary line. That's it. But yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna find those leaves that the guy said. So maybe I'm gonna investigate that later. I don't think I'm gonna add that to the team. I mean, it's another fairy type, but again, not a fairy type that actually resists fighting types because he's part dark. But the combination of dark fairy is actually cool, so I'm not so sure how to do about that. I already have a lot of Pokemon in my rotation team, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. But it was a cool Pokemon to find. But for now, that's it. Thank you for watching, leave a like if you did, and it's time to wrap it up. Bye bye!